I don't know if I'm going to open his ooze.
Come on, you gotta open the ooze.
I don't know.
Don't be our parents.
I know.
Let him breathe.
How's it going, everybody? Tony here from Kapowcast, back here with another episode of Shut Up and Take My Money, the only show that every week we realize we have better relationships with 6 to 7 inch pieces of plastic than with normal human beings. Joining me today is John and Mike and Josie.
Hi. Yeah, she's in there.
I just see her little curly Q tail.
Yep.
Her cinnamon roll.
Happy National Dog Day.
Was that today or was
yesterday?
that okay?
Yesterday, yeah. A little late, but
You can't do that. I thought it was today. The days melt together.
Oh, they do. Just plastic beads into a 6-inch mold.
I mean, the way the heat's being around here.
I know, Mike. You love the summer, right? Like you're a huge summer weather guy.
I love it. I love that my upstairs is getting muggy, so figures are getting loose and they're falling.
Oh no!
Nice, yeah.
So I came up here today and Carnage was on the floor and 2 Hellfire Club goons. So
for a second there, I thought you were gonna be like it was absolute carnage, and then I realized you were literally talking about Carnage.
Yeah, it was Carnage.
Yeah, before we get dabbling into things, make sure you hit that subscribe button, the bell for notifications, and thumbs up to help us beat the dreaded algorithm of YouTube. Follow us on social media, all that good, normal plug stuff. Gentlemen, it's show and tell time.
I mean, you guys have to have something, right? You both.
It's funny. It's funny.
Is it going to be the same thing?
It's pretty much going to be the same thing. Yeah. So John, go first because you had to point that out.
I was going to say, do we want to Oreo this? Do you want to go and then I go and then Mike goes? So
no, I'm actually going to save time by letting Mike go before me so that I can be like, that's it. That's what I got.
Okay. All right. Okay. Well, this week I had been looking for this figure for a while, and I did not want to pay the prices that people had it, and I saw a Big Bad Toy Store had it up in stock, so I got the Creep from Creep Show.
I couldn't tell amazing. What it was, but that does look fun. I wasn't expecting to get this today, so I'm kind of like, oh no, what's going to happen next week? It might be the first week that I don't actually have something for show and tell. But I'm very excited for this. Tony, I had mentioned this to you at Really Cool Comic-Con that I was in search for this guy, but I couldn't find him. He wasn't there. He's kind of not they didn't make a ton of these, but enough to pop up on eBay every once in a while, and I've been looking for some time now. So I know I'm going to get a lot of Star Trek fans divided here, but I picked up Shran from Star Trek Enterprise. I really like Star Trek Enterprise, sue me, and I love Jeffrey Combs as Shran. So got this bad boy, very excited. Old Art Asylum, which now if you go to their website, it goes to Diamond Select Toys. So
interesting.
Yeah, no Art Asylum anymore. Yeah, but yeah, I'm very happy to get them at a reasonable price instead of the listed price that usually you see on eBay. People try to sell him for about $70, and it makes you laugh because he's, if you look at the sold, he goes, typically about like 30-ish, mid, probably in the late 20s to around $40 I've seen him get bought for. But yeah, so glad to pick him up at a reasonable price, and that got here before I realized it. So yeah, that's my show and tell. I'm happy, and I think that will be good for the next couple weeks, right?
Yeah, hopefully. Mike, what kind of plastic did you get this week?
I got a lot of plastic.
You got a lot of plastic?
I got a lot of plastic.
Oh, shoot. Maybe it's a good thing that I didn't get a lot, so this might be a while.
Nothing overly new, but I decided to hop on the Evil Bay, and I did pick up another foot soldier.
Here he goes.
I just wanted one.
Number 21.
So there's that. I gotta figure out how I'm gonna do this. Then I got my NECA package, which that was a roller coaster watching that thing fly around on the map.
Yeah.
Apparently it can get lost in or not lost, but like I've seen people's tracking where it goes in like a triangle in like Milwaukee, and it just like it goes boop boop, and then right back to where it was.
Yeah, right.
Like, how does that even happen? But we got the Mondo Gecko with Kerma.
Nice.
Very excited to get that guy open. I'm actually probably gonna open these on Saturday or Sunday. It's like my little treat to myself when I'm off work.
I can see it.
I got the Muckman. I don't know if I'm gonna open his ooze.
Come on, you gotta open the ooze.
I don't know.
Don't be our parents.
I know.
Let him breathe.
And then
you gotta stick your finger in there once.
Yes.
So I'm actually running out of space here. I got one of those nifty little coupons on Macari, and I had some gift cards available. And I took a shot in the dark, ordered from China.
Oof.
Surprisingly, got here in almost under 2 weeks.
Wow. That's like record time.
Oh my God. How much did you pay for them?
I think it ended up coming out to be like 80 free shipping.
So is that a legitimate or is that a knockoff?
No, this is 120% legit. And just to kind of get you guys, well, it was originally 80, but I got a coupon on it, so I got like 10 or 15% off. I forget what it was. So after the fact that it was free shipping, I was like, well, shipping from China would normally be pretty crazy. But anyways, these guys are like the same. The boxes are the same size, but
Chrome Dome has less.
Yeah, man. You can...
And I'm actually running out of space here. But what people don't really do in comparisons when they're showing this guy off is he's like almost the size of the quarter scale Toon Turtles. Like he's, I think, over half the size of him. Not over half. Well, maybe. I don't know. But I mean, you just can't. No. Are you all right?
Oh, I'm curious. Do your hand again. Put your hand up there again. For
those that don't know, Mike has 12-inch span on his hand.
Okay, we might be all right because your hand went up about half in. I was worried that he's not going to fit in the DTOF with the other Turtles stuff, but because you said half of the quarter scale, which is the quarter scale don't fit in there. You have to take out a shelf.
We're getting an unboxing right on air.
Oh no.
Not fully, because I will say NECA has like some of the worst thing with like twist ties and things like that. But yeah,
yes,
he's legit.
Ooh, he looks nice.
Mike's I have to be first to get things is getting worse. He's ordering from China now.
Dude, I was so scared. There was something I had ordered one time though off eBay because it was like one of those like I was like I'm never gonna find it. I can't remember what it was, and I found it for a good price and I bought it. And then like 2 days later, eBay was kind of like, yeah, no, this isn't legit, and they gave me my money back.
That's hilarious. I've been in that. And you talk about the FedEx tracking hell, where customs has actually nabbed my stuff because I didn't know it was fake. I've ordered it through Amazon or on eBay, and then it gets stuck somewhere at one of the ports, and then I never get it again. It comes here and then it stays.
Another thing, I mean, this is gonna sound kind of stupid, but like as December looms closer, there's a part of me that's like, I gotta get this shit done. I gotta get these figures set because after December, I won't be.
Mike will no longer be doing this show out of fear of temptation.
Is it? But it was really nice having all these, like, because these all got here within like a few days of each other. So like to have all these boxes.
Whee!
I'm like, oh man. And I was shocked to see that the Muckman box was the same size as Chrome Dome. Yay.
Yeah, nice, man.
That's a lot of fucking hours of work that I'll never see again.
I was just gonna say, do you guys ever do that where you're like, how many hours did I work to buy this toy? Yeah, I know it's a little depressing.
I've never actually done it, but now it's gonna be kind of fun to do it. But yeah, so let's jump right into this with Super 7's tease of once again another formidable
franchise
of SpongeBob SquarePants. They teased Gary with his little bowl earlier today. Yes. What?
Pants Bob SquareSponge?
You know, I can't wait for the point where Mike goes, I have been watching Paw Patrol for the past 5 days. I think I might blow my head off.
Yeah, just wait when Super 7 starts releasing Paw Patrol exclusives, all right?
But yeah, no, I'm not big on SpongeBob. Never have been, but I like to highlight these things because they're giving that individual fan base, and being a Ghostbusters guy and always being we've been shortchanged since 1984 when the first movie came out. It's fun to see these kind of franchises finally getting like a premium release. She apparently disagrees with me. That was a very disagreeing bark. But yeah, no, I personally will not picking this up, but any SpongeBob fans out there, just know that Super 7, they got your back.
I mean, if they release a handsome Squidward, I might have to get that.
Well, I was gonna say, I think it's just cool because it's one of those things where like you see, you're like, oh, they're doing this, and this opens up the opportunity, hopefully, for them to do other things.
Oh, I was like, what is he point? Why is he pointing to his nipple?
Or like, what if they
Super
did like
7 exclusive Mike's nipple?
What if they did like Real Monsters?
That would be sweet.
No, that wasn't Super 7. Who was that released a Ren and Stimpy a couple years back? And they were like kind of pricey.
It might have been Super 7.
Was it? I don't know.
It was either Super 7 or Mondo.
I was thinking Mondo.
It was one of the upper guys.
Mondo sounds familiar to that, but I could be wrong.
Because I remember noobs. I remember Mike bringing it up on a show or something, or bringing it up when we were doing a show, and then we talk about the $70 price point. It was like $70 each, like $70 for Ren, $70 for Stimpy.
My computer's running like so slow right now, so yes, it was Super 7.
It was Super 7.
Oh wow.
They've already done it.
You've missed your opportunity.
I did.
FOMO.
$190 for the set on Macari.
God damn.
I will have to take a look at that later.
But yeah, so that's exciting. And then NECA comes in with the another Mike Myers for Halloween Kills, the new Halloween coming out.
On average, how many Michael Myers have NECA made?
Ooh,
a lot.
A lot?
I don't know. I mean, when you put it up against Jason Voorhees, they've made a lot of the Jasons, so
which they can't make anymore.
Yeah, well, that was supposedly the reason, right? Like, they were like, hey, we're losing the licensing, so let's push out as many Jasons as we can.
Right. Really,
I don't know how true that was, but that's what was going on in the rumor mill.
But yeah, I wasn't a fan of the re-release of Halloween. I did watch it again recently, and it was a little bit better, but I was just kind of like, I'll stick with the OG Halloween.
Yeah. I'll stick with H2O.
I liked it.
No, I liked it too, actually. But
Mike's recommendation of him liking it was actually the reason I bought it. I think I was down in Florida at the time, and I went to the Walmart, and I was like, I'm bored, and I ended up buying it. And I watched it. It's not bad. It's just, it's not for me. Like, I would prefer just to watch the OG Halloween.
Yeah.
It's kind of
weird. It's a weird thing. The whole, like, it's a sequel, but it's also kind of a reboot, but it's also kind of this. Like,
yeah, right. Yeah.
It's always a weird thing to get your head around, but I thought it was cool. I liked it better than the Rob Zombie ones. So
yeah, me too.
It's kind of in the realm of, like, I liked the remake of Nightmare on Elm Street, where a lot of people were like, "This is blasphemy."
Ooh. Oh, Tony, I gotta go. I'll see ya.
All right. Ain't hurting my feelings none. But yeah, no, like when you expedite the factor of how Freddy Krueger was pretty much a pedophile and not sugarcoat it like the 80s did.
God, man. This we should save this for when we do the special Halloweens. Holy crap, man. I just rewatched the remake. I did.
It also has a lot of stars that I enjoy their body of work.
I'll give you that. Yeah, I definitely.
I thought you were just going to say I enjoy their body and you're just going to leave it at that.
Well, yeah.
I mean,
Rorschach's body really gets me going,
I hear you.
But yeah, and then NECA also released once again more aliens. Then the only reason I bring this up because these aliens actually caught my eye with their paint jobs. They're actually the Kenner, the Kenner re-releases that they did a few years back. They did the Kenner paint jobs a few years back, and now they're re-releasing them with new paint jobs. And these new paint jobs they execute color theory very well, with like a red and gold, and I think I forget the other ones, but they look fucking dope. And I know none of us have any intention of buying these, but once again, just something I'm bringing up to let people know that it's out there.
Oh yeah, absolutely, right.
I always forget that NECA is more than just a turtle company.
Yeah, well, yeah, they got their start with horror.
It's so funny that you mentioned that because, like, I'm on the opposite spectrum. I keep telling myself, "Oh yeah, they do the turtles."
Moving in straight to Hasbro.
Big week for them.
Big surprise with the Power Rangers line last week to go in August, and they dropped probably, in my opinion, one of the most exciting things for them to drop, and that was another one of the clique of Rita's monsters in Finster.
The Moon Crew.
The Moon Crew. I like that. The Moon Crew. I like that. That's a good way to do it. Yeah, but Finster, with a bunch of accessories that are easily stored in his apron.
Yes.
Loved it. I loved it.
And his little briefcase that he has little putty patroller things in, and his little magnifying glass. Like, I saw, like, it's weird. Like, we kind of live in this day and age. It's kind of like movies where, like, things are always leaked, so you kind of always have like a foresight of what's coming. And like the Ninjetti ones, even, like, they teased.
Yeah.
But like these, like, this guy, he just came out of nowhere. Like, there was no like, oh, Finster may be coming. It was just like, boom.
Yep. And it was exciting. It was legitimately like one of the most exciting things that have come out of the Power Rangers line.
I hope that means we're getting like a Squat and Babu soon. Because I think like,
nice.
We would need Squat, Babu, and if they want to go later seasons, we need Rito as well to really round out that group. Because we got Scorpina coming eventually. Delays pending, but.
Yeah, I'm assuming we all three pre-ordered this one, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
I did.
Yeah. I went back and forth on it, and it took about like 2 minutes, and then I was like, no, I like this too much. I got to get this.
I think Tony will agree with me. Like, I really feel like they've learned, like they're learning with the paint apps. Like to me, the render and stuff looked really good. I was like, feel like they're learning. I feel like they've learned from that first Monsters wave. You can't just slap a bunch of shit together, put a price tag on it, ship it, and people will buy it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because over at Taylor Meyer, you can still get Sphinx and Pumpkin Wrapper at the new price of $32.99.
Yeah, they're still, I mean...
That's insane.
Comes now with a layer of dust.
Mm-hmm.
And then also, I mean, for anybody interested, I mean, we'll just touch on it real quick. They also did the In Space 2-pack of Astronema and Ecliptor, which I don't know really much about space. The Ecliptor figure looks really cool.
It's the final frontier.
It's, you know... But I got Finster. I was like, yep, nope, they keep sucking me in. Like every time I think like I'm nearing, they're like, and we're gonna start doing monsters now.
John, speaking from an insight of trying to get out multiple times, how does that work?
I do have to say, you focus on a happy medium, right? So I only pick up what I like. I go back to my old philosophy, right? Pick up what I like. Don't go too crazy, and you have to get everything.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
especially with Power Rangers line, right? That's just too much now.
Well, that's the thing is with the Power Rangers line right now. I like too much because they're leaning so hard into the MMPR stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Because it sells.
Of all the figures that I have on pre-order, of all the things I collect, the lines like G.I. Joe, Power Rangers, Marvel Legends, NECA stuff, I have the most Power Rangers on pre-order.
Yeah.
I have 17 figures on pre-order.
Well, I mean, when they are like, hey, we're going to release them even during Joe Day, so...
That's a lot of figures. I think that's more than all my pre-orders put together.
I feel like it's, like, keep in mind multiple 2-packs.
Finster sold it for me when I'd seen that you could actually put all the accessories in his apron. And I was like, bingo, you got it. You got the money. Plus it's Finster. And I don't know. I have this weird thing like with Finster and his workshop. Like that's one thing that's like engraved in my brain from the series. Like wholeheartedly. Like I can remember Finster's workshop like the back of my hand. So like that was a pure nostalgia pre-order. If I had to guess.
Oh, by the way, real quick tease, they had posted, I forget who it was that posted, I saw it I think early this morning, or was it last night? They had pictures of the 2-pack in Finster, and all it said was, this is nothing compared to something big coming in 2022. Just wait and see. HasLab Megazord. It has to be.
All right, you brought it up early, so I'm going to throw it out there. I'm kind of hoping it's not HasLab Megazord. I'm kind of hoping that it's like HasLab Command Center or HasLab Rita's Palace.
Ooh, Moonbase for the Moon Crew.
For the Moon.
That'd be could
or Zed's Chamber. Something along those lines.
I think it would be really cool if they did do like a diorama set.
Yeah, a playscape.
Like, no company has. Well, NECA did the street scene diorama, but like dioramas are few and far between. But I think a HasLab. But I mean, as much as I would like to see one of those, like especially like a command center with lights and stuff, like it has to be a Megazord. Like,
you're probably right.
It has to be, but like.
Too many people don't have a Megazord, so it would be an easy sell.
And this line's been going far too long to have no Zords.
Well,
sorry.
You got Zords.
Those aren't Zords.
I agree with you. I full-heartedly agree with you with that.
Zords.
It was a complete cop-out. I said, you're not getting my money on that.
Yeah, I know. But man, that command center with like lights. Oh.
That I feel like that's needed. That's like something that hasn't really truly been offered since back when we were kids. Like Bandai didn't do one. You have, independent people that have done them over Etsy and stuff like that, but I don't think that there's enough people that are okay with going with the Etsy route to make it, dulled down if they were to do a HasLab of like a command center with, if they do actual working lights. I mean,
but man, also though, like a fully articulated Megazord.
And if they wanted to, a stretch goal could be an Alpha 5 for those people that missed out on Alpha 5, and a better Zordon since they want to resculpt things.
Oh man, what would stretch goals be for a Megazord?
I mean, that's hard to say. Like, you can't really add another Zord without just destroying the bottom line.
Yeah.
So like you're almost stuck. Maybe alternating heads. I don't know. I don't know. It really kind of depends on, is it a fully built up Megazord, or is it going to actually combined and you can break it down to have the individual Zords? Because if it's like the fully constructed Megazord, you can't break it down. You could do like interchangeable heads, like where it's like half morphed, and you could do. You got to add the power sorter. That's just kind of like a cheap out.
Yeah.
If you didn't add the power sorter to the original bracket, other than that, like what like I said, you can't add another Zord. You'll just A-bomb the bottom line. But yeah, no matter what Hasbro decides on HasLab, I'm pretty sure we're all going to be kind of relatively interested. That little PXC that you shared there is exciting, because I mean, it's no secret this is the one line that's kind of like lost me. I'm very bitter towards it, and this Finster was kind of like a shining ray of hope. He looks good. I'm not going to get my hopes up until I actually get him in hand, because Goldar also looked good.
True.
So
and the Ninjetti Rangers look really good too.
Yeah, with that the fucking pinless. I'm really I can't wait for them to start rolling out the pinless more. I think that I'm one of maybe few people. I don't hear a lot of people talk about it, but I'm excited.
Coming.
I'm excited for them to roll it out more on their figures. Now, everybody buckle up, because we're about to hit the Marvel Legends section, which, good golly, Miss Molly, is like one of the biggest sections since we started doing this this show. And we'll get this out of the way now. The left hook success of the Galactus HasLab overnight out of nowhere.
Oh, I thought you were going to the Eternals.
Oh no. I want to I feel like if we don't get this out of the way at the beginning, it's just going to keep popping up throughout it. So it's just kind of like, let's get it over with. What happened? Like, I don't even understand exactly what happened. Like, I didn't really doubt it. There was a couple moments in there where I was kind of like, oh, I don't know if this is going to hit the goal. Like, cause it's just like kind of creeping along there. And then out of nowhere,
we all knew it was going to hit, but I mean, we were talking before John came in. Like, I thought it would, like, the Marvel Legend, the live panel would push it. And then also Friday, payday, right before it closes, and the weekend, like, those would be the big days. Just randomly on a Wednesday at, like, between, like, 12 and 4 o'clock in the morning or 5 o'clock in the morning, people are like, I want to fucking Galactus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it always open to UK backers, too? I was
told yes. And I was told that also because people kept saying, like, because there's international retailers were going through other ways of buying them to get them, and people were like, oh, we'll wait till they add in those sales. There was a little, I don't know if they were ever said, but there were some conflicting reports as to whether or not that those sales were being added in gradually, or if they were just going to be all added in one lump sum. I don't know how that ended up working out or not, but I mean, I think I know because I had sent you guys an update that it had hit, and between that and the next day, I wanted to check and see. It did like, in the span of 24 hours, it did like over 1,000.
Yeah.
Sold, like just out of nowhere.
That's like, I don't know. Like, I don't know if I'm overreacting, but it just blows my mind. We've been waiting all month, and it's not like we've shied away from the subject. I think it got brought up every week this month, where like it just kept creeping and creeping, never really closing that 150 a day sales mark, and all of a sudden, out of literally nowhere, 1,000 sales, you said, overnight?
I don't know if it was overnight. It was between like the next day when I sent you guys the text that like, hey, it was like 9:30 in the morning that I sent it, that it hit. And then the next morning at 9:30, I saw where it was at and I did the math. I was like, yeah, it did like, I think it was like 1,087 or something like that in the span of 24 hours.
Uh-huh.
Like, that's insane. Like, just for that switch to flip and people to be like, I really want this.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
And they'd hit, before they went to the live stream on Thursday, moments before they went, they hit the Frankie Nova tier, the 16,000. Which people were like, I think it was always like, I didn't have much doubt that it wasn't going to get funded. I thought it was going to get funded. The tiers, I didn't think were going to happen.
Yeah,
I really didn't.
Yeah.
But this kind of like changed the game now. Like anytime watching any kind of crowdfunding thing like this, because like all of a sudden, just like out of the woodwork, and just so you all are aware, it has hit 18,000.
Yeah.
So what do you guys think? What do you guys think it's going to close out at?
Before we, real quick here, I'm really surprised there's no tier 3. They have not announced a tier 3.
There is a tier 3. They haven't announced it. You're right, because they've teased it when they announced Galactus. One of the guys said that tier 3 was his favorite, and then there was also something about maybe an army building capability with it.
Why not announce it? I don't understand why they're not announcing it.
The only reason I think is maybe they're giving Transformers a day to breathe.
Mm-hmm. Well, aren't we down to like 3 days? It ends Monday, don't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the way it's like, I'm wondering if they're like, well, here's what I think might have happened is they saw how it was tracking, but with so many days left, they were like, I think originally Silver Surfer was probably going to be 18,000. I think they probably lowered him to 17 because of how things were going.
Okay.
And now I think the next one is going to be either 19 or 20,000. Mm. If they decide to do the third one. I don't know. I think it's going to hit 20. The Sentinel, which by the way only needed, I think it was like 6,000 backers, closed out with 21,000.
Yeah. Yeah, that was huge.
Yeah, right.
So Silver Surfer is funded, by the way. He is a lock. Frankie Nova, a lock.
All right.
I already started seeing Silver Surfer prices go down on eBay.
Oh, really?
So, a little, not by much, but a little.
Yeah.
What do you guys think of the new Silver Surfer head sculpt?
I liked it.
I think I like the old ones better. Personally. Yeah, but it's the upper jaw. Like I kind of like my Surfer flat-sided and then the strong jaw coming down, like the old school kind of look. I think that kind of goes hand in hand with like how I like back in the day Galactus over this new look. But yeah, I don't know. This whole thing just like blew my mind this past week, and I was too busy in my personal life to kind of keep up as much as I have in the past weeks, but. Like I was just like blown away.
What's funny is all the talking, all the Hasbro's greedy, it's never gonna hit that, it's never gonna do anything, and now like everybody's just kind of eating crow, like including myself. Like I didn't think it was gonna hit the tiers.
I didn't either. I mean, it just didn't seem like it would, but I think kind of that feeling of, hey, I can buy 2 of these and basically sell one and it pays for itself. I saw like YouTubers were talking about that a lot. A lot of collectors were like, well, it's not really, using the term like scalping. They were like, it's not really scalping when, you know, it's already available. You can do it, and you can buy it right now, and then you go ahead and sell it. And
I get the logic.
Yeah.
I don't have to like it.
Yeah, right, exactly. I'm in the same boat, you know. It's like, yeah, I get it, but, you know, the same sort of thing. I think partially what you realize, too, is, hey, maybe that person just couldn't afford it at that moment, but now they got some money later on, you know, a year later, and now they're paying double of what it went for originally, you know. That's kind of silly, but if you look at all the old previous HasLabs that have been funded and are already shipped out, like, don't even look for how much a Jabba sail barge is going for right now.
Oh.
It's just like, forget about it. I think when we were at, once again, I feel like I'm just name dropping all the time, but really cool Comic-Con, they did have someone had a Unicron at the booth.
Yeah.
And I mean, that thing was going for a ludicrous price. So it was just kind of like, all right, whatever. I don't know. I think people are realizing that. I think some people had been going back and forth with it. Even myself, like, I'm like, yeah, I would like to have this figure, but do I like it that much? Do I want it that much? And Mike, I know that we've talked about this before, but now even more so, you're like, hey, Hasbro raised their prices, so it's not getting two $20 figures with it. I'm getting two $25 figures with it. Yeah.
I was thinking about it too, because they probably would be around the $25, $30 mark, given the stands that they come with.
Yeah, right.
And I know, like, I mean, it's weird. Like, you can be like, oh, you could either look at it as a sense of you get 2 free figures and Galactus is $400, or you get 2 figures and that actually brings the price of Galactus down for 2 $25 figures, or it's however, whatever makes you sleep at night.
I mean, for me, I see it as with whatever that's going on. I think that's also one of those, talking about the territory that we don't like to get in, but if you're hard for money, you know that figure is going to sell. So like, if you have to sell a figure, you know that like you're going to get some money that's going to help you out.
There's also, like, I mean, and Steph keeps saying this too. She's like, just get it, because a year from now, you're going to regret it. And a year from now, you're really not going to want to pay those prices.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
And I'm like, I mean...
Yeah, I go back and forth on it, right? Like, just with anything. I look at the pre-orders and stuff, and I look at what else I've bought and what I'm trying to do now, and it's a tough decision to make, because it's not like, I don't know what it is. It's not 300, it's 400. And it's just like, man, do I really want to really want to do that?
Did you order the Sentinel?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
And so that makes it a little bit easier on me, you know, because I went back and forth. Really, the Sentinel was the one that I was really struggling with, and ultimately decided against it. So seeing Galactus, even though I think it's really cool, it really wasn't as hard for me to say, you know what, no, I'll miss out on it. I'm fine. I'm okay. I'll tell you what, though. The Silver Surfer, that's the thing that really is like... makes me, you know, go, man, why am I even really thinking about this? You know, like,
the Silver Surfer has haunted John before time was time.
It is, and we have it on record.
Yeah,
like,
we do.
There's record of it, you know, and so I definitely, I don't know.
To kind of add to that too, like, that was one thing that was kind of like put me off a little bit. I was like, because we didn't know if it was going to get funded, so I was like, oh, if I have Galactus, like, you kind of need a Silver Surfer. Like, you can't have one without the other. You can't have peanut butter without jelly. You can't have pizza without an ice-cold Pepsi.
You can have peanut butter without jelly.
Yeah, you can, but it's much better together.
Not for some of us. Some of us get cold sweats after we eat the jelly and feel all woozy, so we can't eat the jelly. We have to eat just the peanut butter.
But you can eat the silver. I don't recommend eating silver.
You can use
it
as
that on the box now.
You can use it as a cake topper.
It's just like that you have to have one with the other. Like, they complement each other so well. Like, one is so integrated with the other.
Yeah, well, I mean, when they put him in his hand, that just looks so sweet. And then,
I know.
Seeing that's what made me go, man, I kind of want this. Like, now, say, for instance, they do reveal the tier 3 and they're like, hey, Terex. I'm like, shoot, man. All right, I think you got me. All right, let's see what I can sell off.
That's what I'm wondering, too, because they said army building capability, like, did they mean that the tiers are an army building capability in the sense that you could build up the heralds?
Yeah, right. Oh, man. I don't know.
We'll find out. But yeah, good job, Hasbro. You made a lot of money.
Congratulations.
Come on, stock price.
Yeah, right. Yes.
Because I don't know how they're making all this money, but it doesn't seem to budge. Moving into, I'm gonna try to do this in like the most disappointing to the most exciting announcements, and I'm gonna try to like bring in all of our favors. I'm gonna channel all three of us right now. Marvel Legends also announced a Iron Spider, one of the cosplay helmets that they've been doing, the Marvel Legends cosplay line kind of stuff, like the Star-Lord and all that stuff. They did an Iron Spider. It has like the kill mode, red eyes to light up and stuff.
All I can add to it and say, and this is probably all I will say, is weird choice.
No, as a Spider-Man fan, I said that's stupid. I will not buy this.
Stretching.
It's
like stretching.
What would make you buy it if it dropped in price? Do you think you would pick it up?
No, because like the other helmets that I don't have dropped drastically in price or have been on sale, and I've had a chance to grab them, and I just kind of just been like, nah.
Yeah.
Web shooters or something.
Oh yeah, like if I don't know.
Do you like the wrist and like I don't know?
It has to look really good. Like that's the thing with these is like they look good on paper, and then you kind of get them in hand, and as soon as the shininess of it all wears off, you kind of just like the Power Rangers helmets work because the Power Rangers color scheme in general is just kind of, or like it's fucking white and green.
Yeah.
The only thing that I can nitpick is the silver on it. Like I could nitpick that, but like with these MC, especially the MCU style, you already have like a in life representation to kind of put one and one together. So like Star-Lord was a big one. I seen the Star-Lord helmet and I was just kind of like, this looks cheap. Like I don't think I even remotely want to pay $100 for this.
Yeah.
So
that was the easy
that's the
pass,
weird thing, right?
Yeah.
Like that's kind of the weird thing with it all is Power Rangers is okay, but going over into the MCU, you're kind of like, these don't look nearly. Even the Iron Man one, like it looks cool, and I guess to most people they'd be like, oh shoot, you have an Iron Man helmet, but to me, I'm sitting here going, that's a miss. That red is off. The gold isn't shiny. Like you can tell it's painted plastic.
Mm-hmm.
So it's, and then Iron Spider. I don't know. To me, it was just kind of like, are you out of ideas, or are you just kind of like gonna ride the train of Spider-Man hype?
Both.
Yeah, like I don't know. Like I personally won't even give it a second glance.
Yeah,
like maybe if it was a Power Rangers Monster Amazon sale where I got it completely for free, maybe.
Even then.
Yeah, I was like, even then, like it
takes up a lot of space.
Yeah. Yeah, property's low right now. Moving on, they also announced the actual announcement of the Eternals wave, which once again I was just kind of like,
I could already see myself walking into a Target and seeing them on the pegs
all over the place, just taking up precious space again.
And keep in mind, like, that's not a knock on the movie at all. Like, the trailers are definitely, like, interesting. Like, I'm gonna see it, but, like, as somebody who, for one, doesn't collect MCU figures, and second, like, these are characters that people really don't know.
Yeah.
It's for a movie that people haven't seen yet.
Yeah.
So, I have no desire for any of these. Like I said, like, I can see myself already walking into Target and Walmart and them just sitting there.
Mm-hmm.
I can already, just like the Shang-Chi ones are.
All right, I was going to say,
once again, not a knock on the movie.
No, you haven't seen the product yet. Like, even if you did collect the MCU stuff, me personally, like, I'm not going to buy something until like I've seen the product. I mean, we talked about that with the Hot Toys Taskmaster and Black Widow. Like, what if I see this movie and they like taint Taskmaster, and I'm like, I look at that Hot Toy going, damn, they really fucked that up, didn't they? Now I got a fucking $250
this is
Hot
a mistake
toy of a character that like I didn't enjoy in the product that they released. So like, I mean, is this a product of 2020 and all the pushbacks? I don't know, maybe, but at the other hand, I don't know. Like, I am generally, I don't think even if the Turtles were come out, like I'm generally just not excited about this. The second trailer really didn't do much for me.
Yeah.
I was just kind of like, okay.
Yeah. And I mean, same. And this comes from a guy that's like read some of the books and stuff like that. You know, it's just, there was, I don't know. I don't feel excited for any of it. This is one where I'm fine that if I don't see it in theater, I won't see it in theater. I mean, like, let's just be honest, but if there was no pandemic or anything like that, probably still wouldn't see this one in theater.
Okay.
You know what I am going to see in theaters?
Me?
Spider-Man No Way Home.
Yeah.
Which was the next wave.
Yeah.
Which, once again, I was like,
Yeah, I mean...
right? Yeah, exactly.
All right, so I was talking to Mike before you hopped in here, and I said armadillo. Wow. Like...
Yeah.
That's like another like White Rabbit and the frog guy. Frogman. That's like that tier of supervillain from Spidey. So shout out for the deep cut. Like,
yeah, I will say, you know that like that's the only one that I was interested in. I mean what's his name? The
Morrow?
Yeah, was that his name?
Yeah, from why do I want to say Spider Island? It's not Spider Island. It's
Spider-Verse.
Spider-Verse. Yeah.
Yeah.
That one was cool.
I don't know much about him, but he looks pretty cool. I might, like, if I could get him cheap at like GameStop, maybe I'll get him to fill out some villain space.
Mm-hmm.
But my villain shelf is pretty like it's like pretty classic villains. So I don't know. Shriek on the other hand, maybe too, because I mean,
like a week after I said
Carnage. What's that?
A week after I said something about the domino and reverting her into a Shriek, there's a Shriek. I go, well, we don't got to do that no more.
She has double jointed elbows, pinless.
Yep.
So you're welcome, everybody. Then like I know like there's movie figures. It's like the integrated suit, the black suit, then the Doctor Strange, which the Benny Cumberbatch head looks really good.
Mm-hmm.
The J. Jonah Jameson figure for the what's his name that plays him.
Yeah, I know, right? Every time I always forget. Yeah,
J.K. Simmons. And then I actually I'm kind of going back and forth on the Miles one.
Yeah.
Yeah, the video game Miles.
Just because I'm like, I could put that in a regular display and he would work fine.
Mm-hmm.
Because I kind of dig like the texturing and stuff on it. Like, I'm like, that looks kind of cool. The hell? Hello, Peter.
Bulbasaur agrees.
But John, you know what I thought of when I saw that armadillo figure? I was like, man, I bet you somebody can make a really sweet custom tusk out of that.
Oh, yes, you're absolutely right.
Like the face looks perfect.
Yeah.
But,
you're totally right. I mean, hey, who knows? Maybe that body mold will get reused.
Yeah, they love to reuse shit.
Yeah. That was it was that one. I would rather if you were like, hey John, we have to you have to buy one of these 2 waves, this or the Eternals. It's definitely the Spider-Man.
Right.
Spider-Man will win out every time.
Yeah.
Right.
Like regardless.
Yeah, but that might be at Armadillo Build-A-Figure might be a pickup on eBay. So we'll see.
Nice. That's a good idea. I might follow in your footsteps with that. Just because he's such a weird deep cut for Spider-Man fans that like it's weird. Like I don't know.
I want to do that with Stiltman as well, but his Build-A-Figure price went up right away, and I was like,
I'm not a huge fan of when they do these waves where it's like, here's some movie figures, here's some comic figures, and here's a video game figures. I'm like, that's why like usually when it's a Build-A-Figure that I like can easily pass on, I'm like, okay, good.
Yeah,
right. It's not like, oh, I want 5 figures in the way, but I don't want these 2, but now I'm gonna end up with these 2 figures. Like it's a weird.
I don't like getting Build-A-Figure parts left over, right? Like that just it drives me crazy.
I
have
like
a wall.
I have a bag full of like Build-A-Figures that I'm never gonna finish.
Yeah, right. I hear ya.
I need to get rid of them.
And then they did also. I'm gonna let Mike helm this whole topic right here, but the X-Men 3-pack with Captain Britain, not as Peggy Carter for those being confused. This is the actual comic book. Captain Britain was a Kitty Pryde and
Megan.
Yeah, I was about to say. I think it was Megan.
They've been teasing it for months. They've been teasing the Excaliber crew, and I was kind of hoping it was going to be a 4-pack. But apparently, they did say that they know that people want Rachel Summers in Phoenix form for the Excaliburs.
Yeah.
They're just trying to find a way to do that with the spikes on her costume and all that stuff. So we did not get a 4-pack, but they are going to be in a 3-pack, which is kind of cool because they're in the X-Men like trading card pack, which like threw me for a loop.
Yeah, right.
But I there's that. You can always find it if you just Google Jim Lee X-Men, and it'll have like that long post, like 2-page poster where it's like all the X-Men and it's like Beast is on the bottom and it just like goes up and you don't know how they're standing there, but they're all standing there. And we have pretty much every character off of that except for Feral, Wolfsbane, and Excaliber Phoenix. Like we have everybody. But yes, I will be pre-ordering this when it arrives. I'm dreading getting Megan because she has a lot of hair.
Yeah, she does.
And I instantly was like, man, she's gonna
fall over.
Heavy.
Yep.
She doesn't have high heels on.
I was about to say she's got bare feet. She's got bare feet,
and she's got elf ears. Her elf ears, which is really cool.
Yeah, I go back and forth on these ones, man. Like, I sometimes go, oh man, hey, I should get these, and then I sit there and go, all right, I won't, and I don't know why. I've skipped out on a lot of these 90 ones that I wanted, and I think it was mostly because at first I kind of got disgusted a little bit with collecting, and so after that, and trying to go back and being like, hey, should I buy those? And I'm like, nah, they're already up in price now. And so
because you'd have to backtrack now.
Yeah.
And a lot of those 90s X-Men figures are a pretty penny.
Yeah. You know, that was the Triangle Love Pack with Cyclops and Jean and Wolverine, like I wanted, and I didn't get it, and that's yeah. So it's definitely there's quite a few of them that I'm bummed that I didn't grab, but then also like you said, it's the domino effect. I go, all right, well it's fine. Am I going to be so upset that I didn't get them? No, and I've come to that conclusion. So
I definitely get it where you're like, oh, I want to get these, but then you're like, but then I gotta go back and like gotta backtrack and get more like. That could kill it for a lot of people.
Yeah, Gladiator with Apocalypse Build-A-Figure head like bummed me out big time. So I definitely was feeling that, and I think that was kind of the straw in that situation.
I'm also like, I am like kind of on the whole Excaliber set. Part of me is like, do you want to get them just so you can be like, oh, I got that whole like picture. I got all those figures now. Or do you really, really want them? So it's kind of a weird, like, I don't know. It's a weird thing. Like, do you want them just to have them, or do you actually want them?
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. And that was the thought process that I went through originally. That was exactly it. Those were the questions I was asking myself, and I was like, at this point in stage in my life, no, I don't really want them. I just want them. So
we'll see. I guess we'll see like how they're ended up be distributed. Like, I don't know if there'll be a Pulse exclusive or if it's something that's going to be like widely available. It might like, I don't see it being like a super hot set because they are kind of like third, fourth tier characters. So we'll see.
I mean, I felt that same way about Alpha Flight, right? That's the market is so unpredictable with these things that I think, oh, you know what? I bet you there's only going to be a certain amount of people that are going to collect these, and then I can swoop in and maybe get it for $50 or something, you know, save a couple bucks. And then you find out that for whatever reason, this is just so popular, and so it shoots up, and it's like 90, and you're like, what?
That's the bad thing, too, is it does have that X-Men logo on it.
Yeah, right.
And the X-Men brand for Marvel Legends is such a hot brand. You know, like, people love it. Like, for whatever reason, that 90s, like, it's just everyone's the right age now, I think.
Yeah,
so,
right.
I don't know. Yeah. We'll see. What else? What else was there?
Well, they got your number on the last two things here.
No, they don't.
you got 2 army builders coming up. You got a Shield 2-pack, Shield Grunt 2-pack, which to my recollection, I don't think I've ever recall having a Shield agent figure available for army building. So there's a new landline there for them.
They did one very early on. But I think because I want to say you could like swap it with like a Nick Fury head, and there was like another head with it, but like, you know, it was a long time ago. It was the early stages of when Marvel Legends was coming back. But this 2-pack, first of all, let me say I will not be getting it. Let me get that right out of the way. Like, for whatever reason, like, as cool as it is, I have no desire to build a Shield army. Like, no desire whatsoever.
What if they HasLabbed a helicarrier?
Ooh, man. You mentioned
Where the fuck am I going to put it?
It's the USS Flag. It's going to be your coffee table right in the middle of that room, man.
Yep.
Sorry, Junior,
dude,
you don't have a room anymore.
That was one of those grails when they were releasing the 3.75 figure line. And they released the helicarrier as a SDCC exclusive. It was at Ben's, and I mean, it took everything in me not to buy that. Like, I wanted that. So if HasLab does that, I am going to be so angry that I'm going to be like, take my money. Like, that might be one of the angriest purchases that I make, besides like owning a house or something.
A rage purchase.
I will say though, like, the way they're approaching this set is really, really, really cool. Like, I love that you get 3 alternate heads, like human heads. You get 2 different helmets. There's like 4 big guns, like a couple little guns, a bunch of interchangeable hands. Like, this thing is jam-packed with accessories. So, like, if you're going to army build, like, this is how you do it. Like, this is awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, this is, depending on price, this might be a pickup for me. I really like Shield and the comics anyway. I liked a lot with everything with Nick Fury and what that had to deal with. And I'm just hoping and crossing my fingers for a Nick Fury re-release after this. So.
Oh, I'm sure he's coming.
I was going to say, I feel like it's needed if this set is coming. That you need to get the opportunity for people to get that Nick Fury and squash that secondary market again.
Yeah.
The Skrull, on the other hand,
hell yeah,
that one has piqued my interest very much.
I'm gonna buy so many of those guys. I'm gonna buy so many. So many.
Two interchangeable heads. I've already started looking up Super Skrull on eBay, just so he can go with them. But
yeah, right.
To me, like, those are like more than any other army builder. Like, more than the AIM Trooper, more than the Hydra Trooper, more than the Hellfire Club. Those are like must get army builders because the Skrulls are such a pivotal corner of the Marvel universe and villain wise that, like, you can't just have one Skrull. You got to have at least like 10 of them.
I wonder, I was going to ask, do you think they're going to limit them? They limited the hand ninjas to 5 when I pre-ordered.
There are workarounds.
Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely.
They're called reach-arounds.
I was going to say, is this a all across the board pre-order then? It sounds like.
The Skrulls? Yes. Yeah, 100%.
Especially,
I'm going to get one, at least one. At least one.
Especially if they're only like $15, like how they're, or $16, something like that.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
I got like 3 Skrull heads already, which I have randomly placed on different characters.
Super Skrulls?
So, yeah, you get like, I think it's 2 or 3 heads with the Super Skrull Build-A-Figure. So I just want like 5 so that I can get more heads and pop them off and make Super Skrull or make Skrulls in disguise. That's pretty much all I want to do.
I mean, you get 2 heads with the Skrulls anyways, so you'll have plenty of extra Skrull heads laying around.
Yeah.
Can be a lot.
What's funny though is as we go through this, like as the live stream was going on, I was more and more, I was like, not interested. And then they got me at the end. Like, they show like the Skrull, and then they show like the X-Men set, and then they, you know, even like I said, I'm not getting the shield, but even that was like, I was like, oh, that's really cool.
Yeah.
And then so it broke money.
Yeah. But that's it. That's all Marvel Legends had to show us.
Did you see the tease?
Okay.
Did you see the tease though? They did a tease at the end where they were kind of talking about their display stands, how they had display stands and display bases and stuff like that. And then they teased, it was like this black stand that said Marvel Legends on it, but it didn't say it in the current logo. It said it in the old Toy Biz Marvel Legends logo. And they've already talked about how they're doing something for the 20th anniversary of Marvel Legends next year.
Oh,
so
wow.
I'm just like, what is this? And how much is it going to be?
Yeah, right.
Like, I can't even like begin to think what it is. Like, nobody even has any idea what it might be, but just something else to add.
Okay, so I did see that tease. And then I also had a thought of all of the like the Hasbro collectors that always talk shit about Toy Biz. I feel like this is kind of like going to be one of those things that, like, if they do something Toy Biz related as in relation to that line, will those collectors pick it up because it's a homage to Toy Biz and they talk so much shit about Toy Biz and how it was inferior?
Yes, they will.
But I think that will do it. That's going to sign us off for this week in the plastic universe that Galactus ate up.
Either that or money.
What, that Galactus ate?
Yeah.
Oh, gosh,
Bank accounts.
My bank account's okay.
He eats bank accounts. It's just I'm gonna go open all these now.
And if you haven't hit, make sure you hit that subscribe button, the bell for notification, thumbs up, all that good stuff. Just follow us on social media. If you want to give us a hand, go buy a t-shirt, become a Patreon. All that fun, nifty stuff to support local creators. If you're looking for us to release a Galactus of our own, that's not going to happen. I'm sorry. But yeah. And for the 100 people, not really 100, probably about 5, that keep messaging me about the Kapowcast hats, they're coming. I'm trying to work on something. And I'm not going to say what I'm working on. It's just you got to give me some time because I'm dealing with entities that are bigger than myself alone. So it's navigating a system. But yeah, until next time we get more plastic news. I've been Tony.
I'm Mike, and these are my turtles.
And I'm John.
And we'll see you guys later.